personalisation to me is analysing myself, how I learn, how I interact with both work colleagues and college, and how I can interact as within a group.
Is about making informed choices that lead to success, that lead to my personal and career development.
It gives me the choice to decide on what line of learning I'd like to take. It's also helped me doing this to actually dissect in a way our learning outcomes and things like that.
I think personalised learning for me means putting the individual learner at the heart of everything that we as an institution do. It makes it possible for the learner to influence the teaching and learning process at every stage.
Personalised Learning Project Learner Empowerment is about group tutorials and getting students more power over the curriculum that they're doing. We do this via a tool called Good Week, Bad Week. We made some boxes for them to post their notes in because it's important that what they say is anonymous, because sometimes they talk about things which are quite difficult. Good Week, Bad Week allows them to have a respect for each other and also helps them develop empathy for each other in the group, which can improve the group dynamic and help them work together as a team. Comments from Good Week, Bad Week help inform the tutorial scheme of learning, and also we look at wider issues that come up.
I learned to ask when I need more help, and I listen to my tutors.
I've learned how to cooperate more.
The Personalised Learning project for the hotel school was initial advice and guidance, and it was quite an exciting project for us because it's the start of the learner journey. And what we did as a team was to actually have a look at ways in which we could personalise the process of initial advice and guidance, but also give us richer information about students that were enrolling in the school. So we made a number of real changes. Firstly, we invited parents in. We wanted to engage the parents on the process because then we felt that we could work in partnership with parents in supporting the students. And in addition to that, as students arrived, they were asked to complete an aspiration sheet. What we wanted was a much broader, richer, deeper picture about the students. We didn't want to just ask them a set of universal questions. We wanted to know a little bit more about them, about their aspirations. So the sort of questions included in that were, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? How do you imagine you're going to get there? What sort of support will you need to get there? What do you see stands in the way of getting there? What was starting to build was a much richer picture of their dreams, their needs, their abilities, and we felt that by putting this project together we were able to get students more successfully on the right courses, and then as a result of that increase retention and increase achievement and success.
In this way we're able to start trying to map what sort of programme is going to suit them, whether it's going to be the new diploma programmes which are slightly more inflexible in terms of external and internal assessments, or whether it's going to be a coursework-based course.
We worked in groups to make our module spec and to work through the learning outcomes, which helped me personally to understand. I think we all felt that.
I think we were able to adapt it to because in the group there are so many different aspects of working in the healthcare. Each person seems to be in a different area with different issues, policies, etc. But I felt that actually working and looking at the module, we were able as a group to adapt the module to cover everybody's job spec.
I found that when I found out we were doing policies and practice as a module, I thought it was going to be boring and quite uninteresting. Exactly.
It's all about guidelines and policies, isn't it? It's very sort of...
You initially think it's going to be quite heavy going, nothing but legislation. But actually, it's very lively.
But again, being allowed to personalise the assignment brief and everything as a group, I think that gave them more motivation as well, because it actually stimulated all into looking to say, to looking at what the module actually well, break down the module, what the module actually meant to us all as individuals. We had the choice, you know, we had the choice of how we structured the questions so that they actually give a better meaning and understanding to the whole group.
It helps because we can write down what we're like going to do. So then it's like setting ourselves targets, so we know like. It gives you like a structure for the lesson, so the teacher doesn't have to tell you that you're actually like we're not like told what to do. We like tell ourselves what to do. Therefore, we're like actually learning about to do it. It's better than like sitting in a lesson and a teacher going, right, these are your targets. You've got to do this. We put it on little post-it notes as well, and then stick it on like a target line, so it shows like how confident we are as well with the target that we've set. So it helps us, but then it shows, also shows our tutor how much we've progressed and stuff. Yeah. And at the end, we normally take our post-it notes back and then put it again on the line to see if we've got more confidence during the lesson or not.
This provided a huge success with all our students and staff alike. They found this extremely beneficial and gave them the confidence to decide when they felt that they were ready for an assessment.
We decided to set up a mentoring project as part of the personalised learning projects that happen in City College Norwich. And we wanted to look at mentoring between two departments. The department I work in, Foundation Studies, the progression is usually outside of the department, and so we looked at sixth form centre students, so A-level students, coming and mentoring the current GCSE students within Foundation Studies. With this particular project, the main purpose was to help with progression from our GCSE programme to the A-level programme. A lot of the learners on Phoenix Plus, which is the GCSE programme, suffer from really traumatic home life, or they've not got on in education before because the school wasn't very supportive of their situation. They might have been bullied and then left early. And so we've got a lot of students who are quite vulnerable, and so having a mentor would really help them, support them achieve those higher grades that they are looking for so they could get onto the A-level programme in the future.
I'd like to help people achieve high grades.
I went for a mentor because I wish that when I started GCSE that I had someone to help me when I was studying. I wanted to become a mentor when I was at high school.
I choose to be a mentor because I think it's a good opportunity to do some extra work and help somebody if they need help.
I really like talking to people and helping people, and I think it's quite important if you know a lot about a certain subject, or you know you're able to influence people in a good way, and I think it's quite a positive thing to do.
And it empowers the second years in the fact that they have gone through the first year route, they do understand the highs and lows, and that they can help explain to the first years what I require, what the course requires. It also helps the second years with regards to if there's first years that are very strong at subjects, that they can help some of the second years if they've got to do any resits. The first years and second years are helping each other where they're team teaching. They'll ask me the questions, and rather than me just giving the answers, I'll make sure that they can get help from their peers. It seems to work quite well. They seem to be quite happy to do it. There's a lot of involvement, and the overall output of it is the majority of the students will attempt and achieve the higher grades, the merits and the distinctions.
Within the creative arts, one of the most vital tools that students need to hold is the ability to be self-reflective, identify their own strengths and weaknesses, and evaluate their own creative practice in order to become stronger within their chosen field. Peer learning activities such as group critiques happen across the department. Recently, the artist in residence was invited to deliver a group critique with the Foundation Diploma students. By discussing their work and ideas with someone outside of the course team, it gave students a fresh perspective on their work and ideas. The experience also helped students to build their confidence in presenting themselves and their ideas to a practising professional ahead of their degree interviews.
We've recently introduced a set of evaluation papers that students now complete at the end of a session, so that they're able to contribute to a reflection of the lessons. And I think that this is an excellent example of working in partnerships with students taking responsibility for their own learning and being listened to.